Talk to me, baby.
Yeah.
What the heck happened on Sunday, bro? What happened, man? How did you feel about everything that took place? Because obviously it was a little surprising for the majority of Steeler Nation.
Yeah. Um, I think Houston's a better team than people give them credit for. I don't think that's a
Okay.
bad team. I thought they had a good scheme. I thought they were
Yeah.
real in terms of defensively. They disguised a lot. They was having
Mhm.
7 men on the line. They was
Yeah.
showing all types of 6 man front. They was showing all types of different things schematically wise. So it's for a young quarterback, because Kenny still is a young quarterback in a sense.
Yeah.
That was a lot to look at. You know, um, I thought they just got beat. I thought Houston played physical. I thought they didn't make mistakes. They didn't make a lot of mistakes. There wasn't no bust in the secondary. They were able to disguise and still get to all these spots. So they did a good
Yeah.
job with that. Offensively, they ran the ball. They were able to run the ball. They ran the ball. They
That
were
low key was surprising too,
they,
bro.
they ran
That
the
was
ball.
surprising.
They were gashing them. It wasn't
Yeah.
those big 20 yards. It's those 6 yard
Hmm.
runs. Those 6 yard runs
Yeah.
control the clock, move the chains.
Right. Them
They was
add
hitting.
up. They add up.
That screen
Yeah.
game was working. Them linemen were
Hmm.
getting out running. So that was just another form of a run to them, because
Yeah.
they was running like those little running back, little dink screens. And they was
Well, and the
getting.
thing that was surprising to me with those screens too was the timing of them. It seemed like they were catching us either in a blitz or when our rushers had their, ears pinned back and were ready to get after this quarterback. But we talk about just that feel for it, man. I did feel like that was something that they were killing us with at times, man.
Yeah. But I mean, I think Pittsburgh is Blitzburg, Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Like get after the quarterback. They in
yeah.
that 3-4, but it's a 5 man front, and they
Oh, of
getting.
course. Yeah,
It's just really like everybody when you
yeah.
don't want to one, like let's attack. So I mean,
Hmm.
dink under that, you know? Like
Yeah.
they're attacking you. The defense isn't attacking defense. So screens is always vulnerable. Like that
Hmm.
retrace is everything. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Like you
thought
said,
they
yeah,
just
the retrace is real. Yeah.
yeah, the retrace is real. So
I
I
mean,
thought
think about it. It's times when we talk about that's how you stop the screen. We like, man, it's on D line. You got to go get to that
yeah,
ball.
the
Hey, big men got to
retrace,
run. Little men got to hit. Big men got to run though, bro.
yeah.
Got to run.
That slow down the pass rush though. That
Yeah.
slow down the actual pass rush. So now you got time to
Hmm.
do some things back there. You can attack a little bit different.
Yeah. Yeah. It was interesting, man. It was definitely interesting. I think for me, man, them being able to run the ball as well as they did, especially knowing the personnel that they had on their offensive line versus our personnel on our D line, man, I just didn't think it was possible, bro. I
Yeah.
was like, man, y'all got good skill position players. I love them, but your weakest link is your offensive line.
Yeah.
And man, to see them dudes winning in the run game consistently, I didn't know what to do, man. It caught me off guard, bro. What was your take on that though, man?
Man, it, I don't know. They give me that underdog mentality. Like I feel like that's
Yeah,
that. Like you got to think you were cut from Pittsburgh. Now you're starting on Houston's offensive line. Like that's
yeah,
that's a little bit of like a chip on your shoulder. Like yeah, I
yeah,
might be considered this, but I'm after you.
yeah.
I've practiced against you. I know a little bit of things
I'm
that
real familiar
I,
with you. Yeah,
yeah, I know you a little bit. You know,
yeah.
so I thought they were physical. I thought they played physical. I thought they were downhill. They to
Hmm.
me seem like that 3-star team. Like not a lot of big name fish, but
Yeah,
like I felt like
yeah.
that's how they played though. And
Nah, that's a great analogy, bro. You
that's
talk
the
about
thing
the
about
three
the league.
stars and stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They wanted to
Yeah,
prove it. Yeah,
that's why we say every week it's hard to win in this league, because it's like
yeah,
it's a lot of dudes out here that's hungry. And when they put
yeah,
it together, it can look really good.
yeah. No,
Really good.
that's accurate though, bro. Because if you look at their team, they have a lot of good players, but nobody, or it's not a ton of proven legit great just yet in terms of NFL greatness, right? CJ
Right,
Stroud, we know was dope collegiately. Tank Dell, dope collegiately.
right.
But it's like, man, they're still proving what they can be at this level. So once again, when you talk about that whole three-star analogy, we don't view C.J. Stroud, Tank Dell, Nico Collins at this level as five-star guys just yet. Whereas when we talk T.J. Watt, when we talk Minka Fitzpatrick, when we even talk George Pickens, we'll even flirt with the idea of him already being in that convo. But it's like, man, when you look at how those dudes came out here, the difference to me was they were pissed off, almost like they've been hearing the fact
Yeah,
that everybody talked about the Steelers supposed to be blowing them out. This supposed
yeah,
to be the get right game.
yeah,
So when you
right.
talk about a team that might be a 5-star in terms of talent, but this team is a 3, but they pissed off. If that 5 come out here chilling, like we could agree they didn't show up like they was ready to play with their hair on fire. It didn't look like I did in the first couple of games. When that 5 ain't playing like that, man, them threes that's pissed off are always going to be able to make it competitive. And ultimately, we saw at this level, you can't sleepwalk into a game. You can't
No,
turn the ball over multiple times in a game and expect to win.
no,
You got to show up. That's the one thing, man, that I've learned in this league, man, from either my time in Buffalo where we were the underdogs trying to knock off somebody, or even being here in Pittsburgh where we would have what they call, was it the Tomlin games, where you got these teams where you're like, man, they shouldn't even be on the same field as us, but they coming out like it's their Super Bowl. This is one of them leagues, man, that you have to show up literally every
every
single
week,
week, bro.
every
Every
week,
week, man.
every week. And
Yeah.
I mean, I think that showed,
Yeah.
a guy like Steven Nelson, go up and high point that
Hmm.
interception. Like, you, it didn't work out in Pittsburgh per se. So it's
Yeah.
like a chip on your shoulder game. It's like, yeah, you remember this. And on top of that, I've seen this a lot. Like, I've seen
Hmm.
13 lined up
I'm
here. I'm like,
familiar with
yeah,
this.
all right,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
familiar with
well,
it.
I know what this
Hmm.
is. I know
Yeah.
what this is. So,
No.
um, I thought
And them
Houston,
boys did have
I,
it. They had a dope little revenge though, man. Since you done
yeah,
brought up Steven Nelson, Lord, them boys had a nice little revenge element.
revenge, he went and got that. They went back to that play
Yeah,
of work,
I
same
swear.
formation, same
Yep.
everything.
Yeah.
I feel like he had that. I seen this before because he high shouldered that,
Hmm.
top shouldered
Oh
that the
no,
whole.
bro. He went to go get him one. That's
Yeah,
when I
yeah,
seen some.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
know it.
seen some.
I seen this play
Facts,
before.
bro.
Let's run.
Facts.
Let's run.
Yeah.
Let's run. I know what time it is. He
Now
high.
see you done brought. Now see you about to get us going on this one now, cause you done brought up. I didn't seen it before. I didn't seen it before.
Yeah.
Now you know everybody been talking about a certain somebody and talking about how they been seeing it before as well. What's your
Who else?
thoughts, man? They
Who
saying Matt Canada. They say